Hey everyone, this is Lisa with Crate Myrtle Row. Welcome to my channel. Today I have got a huge haul for y'all. Wasn't all bought on the same day, of course, over time, but some of it was. I really look up. My area has a lot of really good thrift stores, so I look up and finding stuff in them. But let's just jump right into it, okay? So much of it, I don't know where to start. Okay. Pie plates. I know on my last haul I showed y'all a strawberry one. Well, here is a pumpkin one. And this was $3.25. Nice size. Had to be very pretty to use during my fall decor or at Thanksgiving. And y'all gonna hear a noise because I'm gonna slide this. I'm on my dining room table right now. Doing my hauls a little bit different. This is my hutch in my dining room. If y'all haven't watched that video, please go do so and you'll see details of this a little bit better. But I just decided to change it up a little bit today. And then this one was an apple pie one. That one was really pretty. And it is $4.99. I think it's taped together. I haven't untaped it, but I like that one. Also, for fall, that would be very pretty. We do Thanksgiving here at my home. My whole family comes over. There's usually about 32 of us in this house. And if you've watched my haul video or my tour videos, you'll see my house is really not that big. But, you know, we like it. Everybody's happy here. And we enjoy doing it. I'm going to straighten this camera up just a little bit. There. I think that's straight. I don't know. It was looking crooked to me. Okay, the next thing is, if y'all seen some of my tour of my garden, I have a fairy, not a fairy garden. I do have a fairy garden, so you can watch that too. But I have a tea party garden where I have old plates lined around a flower bed and a big oak tree in my backyard. And so I found another plate. This one is New York, and it has that pretty gold on it and all. I already have it full of the plates, but I've started picking up a few of them are state plates. I think I've got, I know I have Georgia, I think I got Wisconsin, maybe Tennessee. I'm not sure what all I have out there. I need to start making me a list so I know. But I thought it would be fun to start, as I see these larger ones like this in the state plates, start picking those up and replacing some of the just regular plates I have out there with state plates, and eventually maybe have all 50 states out there on that thing. And I find these quite often, but a lot of times they're the little small, like the size of this inside. And I really want to do the bigger ones. But this one was $2.25. And then the one exception to doing the all state plates is this one that had Jesus on it. And I love that because he is the most important thing in my life. Next is my family, but he's number one. So I really love that. It had the gold on it. And I thought that one would be nice sitting out there. Okay, let's see. The next thing is this set of canisters. This is the larger, and there's a set of 4, and you see it has the strawberries on them. The story behind this is I went into a local Goodwill, and there was this one, and then next to the smallest one, it was inside of this one, and it was $4.99 for the set. I bought it because I've been wanting these. My mother-in-law has this set and I love them. I've been wanting my own. I go in about 2 weeks later to the same Goodwill and I find the next to the largest and the smallest together as a set for $4.99. I could not believe that I found the entire set that was supposed to have been together to start with 2 weeks apart. I mean, that was just crazy. So, but yeah, like I said, $4.99 for each one, so $8 for the whole thing, or I mean $10 for the whole set. And then I found this little strawberry dish, and I don't see the sticker on it, but I'm pretty sure it was $1.99. And I actually put, my husband loves these plastic toothpicks. I don't know why, but he does. So that's what goes in these. And then this next item is a set of bookends that look like the old antique desk. And I bought those for my daughter because she is a school teacher. And I thought those, she could use them in her classroom or on her desk at home. And then, speaking of bookends, let's do this one. I bought this set for my son because it's like seashells. These were $6 for the set. And he's wanting to do his home in a nautical theme. So that, oh, and I didn't tell you on the school ones, this is what was crazy. One of these was marked $2.99, one was marked $1.99. And I asked the lady up at the front, I said, why? It's the exact same thing, why is there two different prices? So she gave them both for the $1.99 price. So, you know, if you see something like that, it never hurts to ask. And all. And then, let's see, I got this. It's just a glass dish for the 99 cents. I thought that would be cute sitting on my desk with my pens and stuff sitting in it. Yeah, running out of room to sit this stuff. And then this next item is strange, I know y'all gonna think, but it was $1.99 for this big bag of all these different types of yarn in there. I don't know if you can see everything in there. And the reason I got this is I have started making some necklaces, like the tassel necklaces, and I like to mix things in, and I'll show you some that I've made. So this is one I've made, and then see how I mix like pieces of the eyelash yarn and that in it, and the little ribbons and some of the little stuff. And then I find these necklaces just whenever I can find the long beaded necklaces to hook, because this is interchangeable. This has a lobster clasp on it, so I can take it off of this and put it on another one. But I don't know if you've shopped for yarn or anything like that, but it can get kind of pricey to find different ones. And that whole bag, and there was a lot of really good ones that I can mix up. And the way I started doing these is all these colors in here, these were scarves that I found. Like this was a big scarf, that one was, and I just take and cut them into strips about 10 to 12 inches long, and these are maybe a ½ inch wide. Just gather up as many as I want, mixing up, put the other pieces in it, and then just gather them up, put wire around them, and then make that. If y'all are interested in me actually doing a tutorial on how to make one of these, let me know and I'll try to do that one day. But that's one style of it that I've done. And by the way, this was a thrifted, the little pearl necklace was thrifted. I think I paid $2 for it. And the other one I made was more in the pink and blue family. Same thing, I just mix little ribbons and yarns and different pieces of cloth all in there. There's some solid colors and stuff. And then have the beads. And again, this was a thrifted necklace piece. And I can take this one off and I could put it on the pearl necklace or whatever I want to. So that's becoming a little bit of an obsession for me of making those. So, okay, next, let's do this piece. This I found a while back. It is a honey pot, a blue honey pot with a little bee on top. I found this one in an antique store, but it was still only $3 for it. So I thought it was unusual and I liked it, so I got it. And then some of the next items I'm going to show you, my friend Kim from My Feathered Nest. If you don't follow her, you need to, and I'll link her below so you can. We live within an hour of each other, so we meet up often and go shopping together, and we have the best time. We are like two peas in a pod. You remember my last haul video? I told y'all how shopping with your husband's a buzzkill. Well, we're kind of right opposite from that we're like, here, don't you need this? Don't you need that? look what I found you. So we kind of make each other spend more money. So it's more fun that way, anyhow. But anyhow, we went shopping here earlier this week and found all kinds of good things. But this was one of the items that I had found for $1.99. And you know how I like my molds. I know this one isn't the copper one, but it's a fish. And I'm actually thinking about spray painting this one white and using it on my wall somewhere. But I really liked it. And if I don't use it, like I said, I'm losing my mind today. My son is going for a nautical theme. This could be used in his house somewhere. So let's put this over here. All right, let me get this other thing. Found some case and figurines. These were 99 cents a piece. Just love them. They're so cute. This next item is kind of funny. It's these, they're ceramic balls. And there's 3 different patterns of them. Wish I could juggle. But the funny story on these is while Kim and I were shopping, we went into a local, in Greenville, South Carolina, we went into this local home decor store. I believe it was called 4 Rooms or something like that. And it, beautiful stuff, gorgeous. A little pricey for me, but they had these exact balls. This size was $6.99 each. We left there, I was admiring them, but we left there, went into a thrift store after that, and I came across these 3 for 99 cents a piece. So that just goes to show you, you know, you should go to those stores that may be out of your price range, and you know you're not going to buy anything, but go and get inspiration from them. Take pictures, you know, see what you like, and go thrifting and try to find those items elsewhere. This next item is this huge milk glass bowl. I paid $2.50 for it, and it is a Hamilton Beach. The reason I want it is I have one of the KitchenAid mixers, the big ones, and it has the stainless steel bowl in it. Well, if I do get it set back out on my counter, right now I have it put up in a cabinet, but when I do set it back out, when I change up my decor, I want to put this milk bowl in it as the display. I can't use it with that mixer because, you know, those mixers have this bottom pieces made specifically to lock into the base of that. But just for the looks on the everyday, it's sitting out on my counter. I think this would be very pretty with my mixer because it's red. So that's where I got it. Let me put some of this stuff up here. So all right, let's see. The next thing I got is these. I have a set of 2 of these, and they're like very heavy, thick metal molds. I'm not going to use these to cook in. I'm going to hang these on the wall because, again, if you've seen some of my home videos, like my kitchen, and I also have them here in the dining room. They're hanging just right over there. I have different colored molds, and like I have red, green, yellow, all kinds of colors, and I just hang them on the wall like an art piece, like a picture, because you can just hook a nail right there. But I have a set of 2 of these, and these will look good in my kitchen because my cabinets are black, so I like that. And speaking of those, I found another green one. It was a different shade, and it was $1.99 for that one. And it's just silver. This one is still clean enough. You could, I guess, actually use it if you wanted to, but I don't. I have a different pan that I use for making bundt cakes because these very detailed groove ones, I'm not a baker, y'all, so I don't know the trick of getting these things to come out, the cake to come out looking like that without chunks of it missing. But anyhow, I like this green. I thought it would look good hanging on my walls also. Put it over there. All right. I got stuff packed over here in my laundry basket. This is a swan planner. I just love that. I had this thing for swans and ducks lately. I don't know what it is, but this one I think is pretty old. The inside kind of looks, and it's made in Japan, wrote on the bottom, and I paid $4 for that, but a faux fern or something would look real pretty in this. Getting him out of the way. Let's see here. This is a set of like the little village pieces, the little fence lines and all that to use at Christmas. You can see a picture of it on the back side of how they do it. I do have a huge village collection that I'll put out some years for Christmas. I go back and forth where I want to do it. This year I'm thinking of putting it back here on all these shelves, but it's a lot of work. If any of you do the villages, you know it's a lot of work. It takes me probably 2 to 3 hours just getting them out, getting them, all the lights put back in them, because I don't store them with all the lights and cords on them, and getting them placed where I want and everything. It's a lot of work. So that's why I don't do it every year. This next thing is this blue mason jar. And I believe this one may be from the 70s. It says bicentennial celebration, and then it has the 1976 on it. So I love mason jars, and especially this blue color. Set him down there. Okay, this next set, I found this when Kim and I were out shopping. And I know you're going to think I'm crazy. Some people will be like, ugh, but you know, my love of vintage, anything. But look at this set of canisters. I love that it's the white, but then it has just that pop of color in the vintage color. And there's a set of 4 of these and a little sugar dish. And this is the largest one. And then the little sugar dish. And total for all 4 plus the sugar dish, I paid $4.98 for the whole set. I could not believe it. I looked at it, I liked it, and I told Kim, I said, oh, I really like that, I want it. But I don't have anywhere to put it because I already have my strawberry set. But I couldn't leave it. I had to get it. I'll figure out something. It'll go in storage, and maybe I'll change out my strawberries sometimes, but I love the colors and everything on that. So, and especially when I seen the price was that cheap, I'm like, I have to have that. Okay, the next thing is these little coasters, little vintage coasters that have the strawberries on them. And there's a pack, this is a pack of 4, and they had 2 packs, and so Kim and I were together, and being the good friend that I am, Kim, I offered her up the set. I said, well, I'll take a set, you take a set. Because there's 4 here in my family. I don't need really anymore. And usually we're not all 4 around at the same time. So I said, here, you take one, I take one, and that way we both get some. So then I found these battery operated candles, and I believe these do have a timer. Yes, they have a timer with the pretty tulips on them, and it has little ladybugs and stuff on them, and these were 99 cents each. But I thought they would be very cute in springtime. If y'all don't know already, I love the battery operated candles. I use them everywhere in my house, all over the place. Okay, the next thing, like I told y'all, this one's huge, is this beautiful plate that's got all these vegetables and stuff on it, and it was $3.99. I have a platter that's similar to this, like the big long oblong platter that was a Fitz and Floyd. This may be what this is, I think. It doesn't say Fitz and Floyd. I don't know if you can see it, but it has FF 1993 on it. And it was $3.99, but I thought that would be very pretty at Thanksgiving to use as a serving dish, or just hanging on the wall somewhere. Put that aside. All right, this next one is a milk glass lamp for $5.50. I needed this lamp like I need another hole in my head, but I can't seem to pass up milk glass lamps. I've got 4 or 5 put up in my storage room that I bring out at different times, but I just, it's a problem. I need help. But I couldn't pass it up. And it's so pretty lit up. I think I'll put it in my bathroom or something during the winter, especially during the winter time. It's when I love my battery operated candles and everything, because you know, it gets dark so early, and I like sunshine, I like openness, and so I get a little depressed when it starts getting dark like that early. So I like to have my candles set to come on around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then they'll stay on 4 to 6 hours mostly. And then have little lamps like this sitting around all over my home, turned on. It's just so cozy, and I love it. Moving on. The next one is just this little milk glass coffee mug for 99 cents, and it just has the blue stuff. I thought it was cute. I don't drink coffee, by the way. Not a coffee drinker. But my husband does, and my daughter, she loves juices and likes to drink out of those. And this I loved. It was $3.99, and it's this, I'm believing this is porcelain because of the way it was made, and all of that is cut out there. That's not painted on. That's little cutouts. You can see down in there. And I know porcelain is one of the things I think you can kind of, or I guess ceramic you could too, but it's very, very thin, like porcelain would be. And I know you can cut that out and fire it and like that, but I just loved that. And it looked really good on my back porch. Then this, oh, this thing's heavy. It's like a solid plaster or something. Just a little shelf-sitting angel, and it was $3.99. I'm going to paint it with something that I know will hold up outside and put it out in my flower garden somewhere. But it's heavy. I'll just let you sit right there. Okay, this next item is a holiday item. It's a Christmas item, and it was $2.99, and it's just like a planner. I guess there was a flower arrangement in it, but I thought it would look cute sitting on my desk at work to put some peppermints or something in at Christmas time. For those of you who don't know, I probably have never told y'all, but what I do for a living is my family, we own a construction business and we build homes, and we also, my dad owns a lot of rental properties, so I manage his rental properties, and I design the homes that we build and sell, you know, new construction homes. And so this next item will kind of go along with that. But the good thing about that sitting on my desk at work, I'm the only one in my office, and I'm going to do a tour of my office because I think y'all would really like it. It's a very rustic, it was my dad's barn, as we call it. It was a big red metal building, workshop barn thing that he used. And we took and built in an area for my office, and it's very rustic. Old rusty metal on the tin on the roof, around my walls at the bottom half. I have old wooden slat walls on the back, stained. And then another wall was old shingles, like the cedar shingles off of a house that come from Lake Lure, North Carolina, where Dirty Dancing was filmed at. And that's on another wall. So I will do a tour of that one day. I'll wait till Christmas because I decorate it for Christmas. I have a really cute little tree I put in there, and very rustic looking, and I don't know, it's more like a manly look in there. You know, I think they thought when they built me a office that I was going to go all girly on them, but I kept it. I knew my dad, my brother coming in and out of there a lot, so I wanted to keep it where they would be comfortable there too. So they love it. But speaking of that, and I found this book, this architecture, residential drawing and design book. This is actual textbook from a school. So I thought it would be interesting to look at. I actually was an engineer before, set that down. I was an engineer for 25 years before I quit and went to work for my family business. But I was mechanical engineer, but always had a fascination for blueprints, house plans, doing anything. And I worked briefly in the industrial area where I worked with floor plans and blueprints of a large industrial nature, but never home plans. But I have enough of knowledge with that, and then being around my family building homes my whole life, so I know how to kind of design them the way we want it. And I think the last two I have completely designed on my own, and then the one we're about to start this coming week actually. And also, if y'all are interested in that, I may do a little short video showing you the process of how we go about, you know, doing those. It'll take me a while to do it, but I'll maybe start from the finish and do little segments of it, and then put it all together for one video for y'all, showing you how I do that. This next item is another holiday thing, and it's this ceramic Easter basket with these ceramic eggs, and they're painted, and this is like embossed. You can feel it. It's raised up, like the little egg part, and there's like so many of them in here, and you can see this little ceramic piece, a little pink one. But there's so many different designs in here. Here's a little lamb and a little duck. But I thought this was so adorable, and it's pink, and I love pink, and I love decorating for Easter. All right, let's see. This one's kind of big item here. It's a big, huge mirror. Don't want to make too much of a glare there, but see that? And it was $6.99, and I love that real fancy design. Y'all, I don't know what you would call my style. I'm not really farmhouse. I guess I love vintage, but I'm not completely vintage. I love eclectic stuff. I love the traditional look. I love the farmhouse look, the cottage look, the French country look. Everything but modern. I am not a fan of the modern at all. So, don't have anything with that. Here's a couple of more holiday items. I feel like I'm getting hiccups. It was $1.89 for this little gingerbread. Love the gingerbread. And 50 cents for this one that was like a little ceramic gingerbread house. And then, let's see here. I found this set of curtains. These were $2, and it's the valance, and it has the strawberries on it. And this was a valance, and then of course it had the long panels, like 2 of these long panels. But I don't need anything with the long panels, but it's the same design, you know, like as this part is. So I think I'm going to cut these off and make 2 more valances out of that, and possibly change out, because I have a valance over my kitchen window, and then from there you see the French doors are here in my dining room beside me, and I may change out and have those all 3 curtains matching at some point, maybe next spring. I'll get around to changing those and fixing that up. But it was strawberries. I loved it. Couldn't pass it up. And then I have this thing for aprons too. I don't know why, but love this little vintage apron, and it was $1. I would love to find me something old vintage style. I may end up making it that would have a lot of pegs across it, and then just tie all my aprons on it and just drape down, and find somewhere in my dining room or kitchen to display that. So that's what I have in mind eventually of doing. I got some books, a home landscaping book, and it has all these cool designs in there. I always try to find anything with gardening. And then this one, it's an older book, but it's called The Color Book of Gardening. And I just like it for the looks, the color of it, the spine, everything. And I mean, it's got some color pictures and stuff in it. But I mainly bought this one to use as a display, you know, sitting on a shelf with things sitting on top of it. And then the next book I got was The Ultimate Book of Lighthouses. I love lighthouses. Like that one. I mean, just so many of these. This one here, is this the Nubble? Nope, it looks like the Nubble. I would love to see every lighthouse on the eastern seaboard. I've seen a good many of them. The Portland, Maine, I've seen the Nubble Lighthouse. I guess it was called Portland, Maine. I don't know the name of it right now. It's just totally went blank. That's what happens when you get old. Your mind don't work anymore. You have frozen brain at times. But I would love to see all of them at some point. Maybe that's what my husband and I will do when he retires and we have time, is travel and see these lighthouses. Don't want to go up in them. I've tried to go up in a couple of them. Those tall ones, I'm afraid of heights, so I don't do well. He's went up them, but not me. I'll look at them from the bottom, look at them from a distance. Not going up in them. But, oh, one other thing. I've seen it set in here. This is, if I can figure out how to do it, this is a plate stand. Well, you have to work it just right. But it stands like that, and then you can just stack different plates up on it like that. And so that would be nice, especially from some smaller decorative plates that I might want to sit around somewhere around in here, because as you can see, I have a thing for dishes. Have no shortage of plates, that's for sure. I know this was long, but it was a huge one. I had fun buying all these things. Now I just got to go find somewhere to put them all instead of having them sitting out. Excuse me. Some things, and I haven't told y'all about this, I just recently started renting a small bookcase area in a local antique store. It's not a booth, because the booths would be ridiculous for the price they do those for. I couldn't afford that. Excuse me. But they have these pretty large bookcases that, I don't know, about that wide, maybe 5 foot tall, maybe a little taller than that. Might be close to 6 foot tall. And there's, I think, 6 or 7 shelves on them. And they're up against the wall, and they have like chicken wire on the wall behind it, so you can go all the way to the ceiling and stuff if you want to. And it's like $20 a month. And I've past couple of months I've been trying my hand at that. I go out thrifting because I love thrifting. And I'm always seeing things that I don't necessarily want for myself or need, but I know it's a really good price on it. And I'm like, gosh, this would be awesome. I could sell this. And I've tried selling on eBay before, and I could do it, but it's a lot more work involved in that. So I just decided to try my hand at this booth, and not only just picking up some things, but for my own stuff. I'll buy things and then I get tired of it. I want to switch it out. Well, it's nice things, and I don't want to just give it away again. And I don't like doing yard sales. I don't have the patience for that. Storing it up, holding on to it. I don't like to do them. I like going to them. I just don't like having them myself. So I decided, well, why not do the booth? And then that way I could put some of the things that I have that I've enjoyed, but I want to pass them on, let someone else enjoy them. So I'll put them in that booth. And trust me, I am still almost thrift store prices on my items that I put in there. I don't have them marked up like a typical antique store would have them. I try to keep them just a little bit, make a couple of dollars on what I might have paid for it and stuff. Just, because I try to think, what would if I was going into an antique store, of course you're not expecting to get thrift store prices, but what would I still be willing to pay for this item if I saw it out myself? So I think it'll do well. It took a little bit to get started. The last time I was up there, I kind of was a little disappointed, you know, checking, you know, I try to go at least every 2 weeks to check the inventory, take some things, trade it out. If I see something, maybe bring some stuff home and take other stuff in there. And I didn't think I had really noticed much missing. But the one thing I do every time is I take a picture of the whole booth. So when I get home, I can kind of go look through and see what was missing from the last time. And I realized there was a lot of things gone that I had just not noticed by looking at it. But so I encourage you, if y'all got stuff like that y'all want to do, you know, go find you a local and see if you can do it. And it's just fun. I'm not going to make a lot of money at it. I'm just doing it for fun. But that's it for today. I hope y'all have a very blessed day. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so and click that notification bell and you'll be notified each time I upload. So have a good day. Bye.